Wheeler Dam. So it took them 3 years to build Wheeler Dam, from 1933 to 1936, and it was at a cost of $87,655,000. And it in 1933, 1936 is when they finished the dam, and it was like, if I'm remembering correctly, $57 million. It was more than that, but that was a whole lot of money then.
And what did the turbines do? What did they do?
They produce electricity.
Look, I mean, they're like big fans. As the water runs over it, the water pushes that fan to make it go round and round. It's called a turbine.
Oh, I know. And that's what gives energy.
Yeah.
I've seen them, except they're usually wooden.
I was reading that it took 3 years to make this dam.
I was like, that's weird. They got lines in the water.
Okay, so this is the bridge that you're looking at. This is the dam. If you look across, there's tennis courts and picnic areas. There's also a nice playground over there. And if you look way in the distance, you can see the little workers' cabins.
Call the whole thing barge.
Barge coming through the lock. A lot coming over the spillway. The spillway, there's a lot coming over. The spillway, there's a lot coming over there.
Yeah. There's no sense in putting stuff over there by the boat because they're going to have to blow it here.
So they're blowing the blowhole to lower the water.
Lower the water in the lock.
To lower the water in the lock to let the barge through. The barge is still here. These are the workmen's cabins. This is called Wheeler Dam Village, and it housed over 1,000 workers and their families to build the dams. You can see there's these little houses. There's 2 or 3 roads with these little houses that the workers lived in. I was reading that there was also a schoolhouse and some recreational areas. You can tell that they were built around the same time, and what I think is really interesting about these is when they built these houses for the workers, they were only building them to last for 2 or 3 years. And they built these in 1933. And here they are, 87 years later, and they're still in livable condition. So things were a lot different back then. Things were built, even the things they built to not last, lasted a really long time. This is the little cabin that we've rented. I was just going to show you the inside. So you can rent these. Some people refer to these as the fisherman cabins because a lot of fishermen rent these, and you have some amenities of home. I just think it's neat when we stay in them to see how these people lived. Some of these have fireplaces in them, because I know they didn't have heating and cooling in 1933. Now as you walk, you can see how huge these old growth trees are. There's one right around here that is my favorite tree. These are gigantic trees, and I know it's hard to tell in a video, but the bases of these trees, you can see how old they are. They're huge. Look at the tree compared to the cabin. Okay, I'm going to have to do some walking and I'll come back to you. You can see that these houses are different than the workmen's cabins. These are the executive cabins. They have a view of the water. Here's my favorite tree. That's at Wheeler Dam Village. These houses were very nice for their time. They're pretty nice today. They just have, they're kind of kept as historical as possible. This tree, and I know it's hard to see, it is gigantic. I think it's so pretty, and I've worried when storms come through, I hope that, it stays. The limbs on this tree are the size of regular trees that we see because they're so old. I like this house. I think is my favorite house of the executive type houses. I think the people who live here all the time and kind of keep up the grounds. I've talked to them before. They actually have a mailbox here. But look at this tree. It looks like a great place to climb. It's got this big limb that extends out over the little road here. I have really early memories, and I don't know if it was this exact location, but I remember when I was probably 3 or 4 coming to Wheeler and playing on the seesaw with my cousin and playing with a little, inflatable. He had a blue ball and I had a pink one, so I have memories of playing on the playground. And it may be this playground right up here, but I'm not sure. It may have been at the campground. I'm not real sure about that. As you can see, there's beautiful views. I like to imagine the workers' families and the kids running around. They said there used to be recreational sites. There used to be dormitories and all kinds of different things. And I can just imagine the kids playing outside together and going to school together. They said there was a schoolhouse. it's just, I wish these walls could talk. Now, you can also rent these executive houses. We've rented a couple of them before. They're a little harder to get and they're a little more expensive, but not really expensive. I mean, they're about the cost of a hotel room. The fisherman cabins over there are around $100 a night, and you have a whole little house, 2 bedrooms, living room, kitchen. These are a little more expensive, but not ridiculously expensive, especially when you think about it's a house. So we like to come here when we're doing little fishing trips. And it's easy to just call and make reservations and come for a couple of days. That's what we did this time. I don't know if I can see the dam from here, but I'm going to walk down here and see. I think you can. You can see the dam, or at least the bridge crossing the dam. There's the dam. When you cross that bridge, you can tell that it was built when vehicles were much smaller, because it's kind of scary when you go across it to me, because I feel like I'm going to hit the other side, especially when an 18-wheeler is crossing with you. So it's kind of scary, but you just feel like you're going to run into everybody. There's a trail or two around here, and there's also Joe Wheeler State Park. It's several miles down the road, but you can stay there also. They have a lodge. They also have a campground. There's some seesaws and a swing set and a merry-go-round. There's not a lot of people here. I think their school may have already started. These brick cabins have fireplaces in them. I think we've stayed in this one and the next one. The next one, well, they both have that archway in the background. I'm pretty sure we've stayed in this one. So anyway, if you're looking for something different to do and maybe just kind of relax and take a step back in time, this is a great place to come. Again, it is the Joe Wheeler Dam Village, and you can find information on Alapark, is where I got some of my historical information. I tried to search for more. I couldn't find very much on the history of it, but Alapark had that little history, so that's where my information came from. Okay, we've been walking on this trail and we keep seeing these little fruits on the ground, and they're muscadines. And we finally found a vine that we could see because we kept looking up in the trees, but we found them right here. A muscadine vine. They're not ripe yet.
Yeah,
But I bet the birds are feasting on those.
And they're purple when they're ripe.
Yeah, they are purple when they're ripe. Found a buckeye on this trail. That's a sign that fall is coming. There's 2 of them hanging here.
That's a big one.
Oh, Kiefer has found another funnel web.
There's a big, that's a humongous spider.
Is it a wolf spider?
I don't know, I've never seen it.
Let me get around these
That's a humongous spider.
briars. Is it in the web?
Yes.
Alright, Kiefer has found this funnel web.
I love.
Oh, did it go hide?
Yeah,
Was it brown and black?
black.
Okay.
I mean,
See, that spider catches its
prey.
prey and it falls down that funnel. So it was a black and brown spider? I think it's a wolf spider that builds
Yeah,
these.
probably.
There's another funnel web. I don't see these kind of webs around the house.
That's because they're only in the woods.
Well, I know that, but when we're in the woods at home, I don't see those webs a lot.
No, that's
If we can see the spider. Oh, I think I do see the spider. Let me see if I can zoom in. That, I'm not sure. Let me see. Oh man, I scared it. Well, that thing was fast, wasn't it?
yeah.
We're trying to get close to this spider so we can see what kind of spider builds this web. I thought it was a wolf spider, but wolf spiders are more brown. I'm not sure what kind of spider this is. I'll have to look it up.